Hello and welcome back to Seaside Garage. Today I'm going to do some cleanup work to the engine bay of the Renault Clio Gran Prix. Really, I should get started on the rust work, but at the moment the A112 is in the garage and it's undrivable and the engine is actually slightly open. Therefore, I'm not going to do any grinding or anything like that because I don't want any metal particles into the engine. More on that later. I am making a video on that. Right now, I'm waiting for the local engine rebuilder to do some work for me on the A112. So more on that later. Maybe tomorrow, I hope. But the engine bay on the Clio is not that bad, but it is rather filthy. And really, I shouldn't clean it before I'm finished with the rust work because I know stuff is going to be dirty again. But on the other hand, it's fun. It's very rewarding to clean up engine bays, in my opinion. And also I'm going to do some engine work very soon. I'm going to change the cam belt and make the engine run right. And it's always nice to work on a clean engine. So that is what I'm going to do today. And as you can see, it's pretty dirty everywhere. And I actually already started to clean it. And what I'm hoping to achieve is something like this all around the engine. So let's get to work. And one way that I like to clean engine bays is with a clean paintbrush. You can use, this one is already a bit dirty, but if you use a completely clean one, you can use it as a brush to get all the dirt off. And that is nice. Of course, you could pressure wash the engine. I do that pretty often. When I do that, I would like to have the engine running just to make sure that the water evaporates if it gets into some stupid areas. But it is always a risk when using water because you can end up frying the ECU or something like that and get water into places that don't like water. So another way to do it is almost without water and with a cloth and a brush and some degreaser and all that. Still, you can actually damage stuff this way as well because I'm going to use some degreaser, I'm going to use some water, and I'm going to use some brake cleaner. Brake cleaner is really effective, but sometimes, and it's not very often, the brake cleaner and the degreaser can actually damage stuff, especially rubbers and stuff like that. I'm not that worried, but just keep that in mind if you're using this method. I'm gonna get started using some degreaser. Just put it on the dirty areas and use a brush to loosen up the dirt. And then using a piece of cloth or a microfiber towel or something like that, I can just take all the dirt away like this. And now it looks a lot better already. Down here is pretty dirty, and it seems as though there is a small leak of some sort, coolant leak from here. Another effective thing when cleaning up engine bays is compressed air, just to blow all the crap away. And this car really cleans up nicely. So I'm just gonna keep on cleaning the engine bay and take you back in a little while. So let's take a look at the engine. Oh, and the engine plate is on its way in the mail. It would have been nice to put on now. It's pretty much the centerpiece on this engine, but it's looking a lot better. I really like the look of this engine. Now it looks a hell of a lot better than before. I like cleaning engines like this, but I do get bored pretty quickly. So there are still some spots that are not perfect, but it's way better looking. And it's going to be a lot more fun to work on, especially when I'm going to change the water pump and the cam belt and so on. And yeah, it looks a lot better now. I can't wait to get started on this. I just have to get the A112 out of here so I can begin the rust work. Yeah, thank you for watching this small episode on the Renault Clio, and see you in the next one.